Phone goes green, green, I pick it up and say, yellow? Hey, I'm kind of struggling in writing my hook. Got any tips? Yeah, perfect timing actually. I'm just making a video on that. Actually, I'm starting a new series, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, awesome. What's it called? No offense, but your book is awful. I've read quite a few books from first-time authors over the past few months, and there's one common thing that plagues all of their beginnings. When writing the beginning, you should generally focus less on exposition and info dumps, and more on setting characters and setting the story. If I can't imagine where the character is in the first chapter, or ideally the first page, I don't want to read it. Just because you have a great hook or a first great line doesn't mean you have a first great chapter. Too many people will start a story off with a hook that sounds cool, it sounds awesome, but it has nothing to do with the story. So take this for example. I wrote a story a few years back, and here's the hook. Science is only proven true until proven false. You might know what you're told of this world, but behind the scenes, you know nothing. Sounds awesome, right? But it doesn't mean anything to the story. It literally just sounds cool. There's no other point to it. Here's another story hook that I wrote a few years before that one. It was all fine, all before the darkness came. We fended it off for generations. Now it expanded and grew stronger. It created those beasts, the scavengers, the fallen, and now it wants more. We must destroy it before it takes the light. Okay, so it actually means something to the story, but I bet you know what's wrong with it. It's literally just one big info dump, and the rest of the chapter is just the same thing. Take those previous two examples and compare it with this one. It is the hook of my upcoming debut novel, The Boy Who Broke the World, a contemporary fantasy. A blizzard swept through Queens, New York, hushing the city like a parent to a little child. Alright, brilliant. So we've got setting, we've got words that evoke emotions. It isn't just an info dump. Another vital thing to a book success that happens just around the hook or the first chapter are promises. Think of Harry Potter. The first line is, Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive. We're proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. What it's doing there, among numerous other things, is setting up promises. That perfectly normal, thank you very much, is telling us that really things are not going to be normal. They sort of set up the feel for the rest of the book and also the promises. When I say promises, I mean the promises you give to your readers. It's what you tell them that your book is going to entail. You can't really write a romance, but start it off with the first chapter that feels like a horror novel. And it's definitely not a very good idea to write a humor-filled book, but not include humor in the first chapter. Those are your promises. Think of that as a basic promise. You're telling your readers that there's going to be humor in this book, and so they can look for it in the rest of the book. So to sum it up, hooks are generally better when they fit the story, not just there to look cool. And they're always better when they paint a picture in the reader's mind. Give the reader a promise of what the book will entail pretty soon into the book, ideally the first page. I'll leave some links in the description below to some more videos and information on hooks and promises that you can go and check out if you want to learn more about them. Anyways, that's it for today. Cheers!